Okay, it is about 9 o'clock on 19th Monday. So I've had several of my friends being concerned because of the temperature dropping. And I will tell you, I've been in -11 and we made it quite nicely. So this is between, I've got a little Mr. Buddy heater if I have to. I don't like pulling that out, even though it's small. Still, I got so much going on in here. Second of all, is I've learned how to really um, insulate, and if I feel any air anywhere, another blanket goes up on the windows or shoved in there. So I'm going to turn it around and show you how the van is set up. So let me see if I've got enough light. If not, I'll bring this up. So I've got these curtains. They're relatively thick. They've got the flannel type stuff on the inside. I got these at like a yard sale or something a while back, knowing I was going to. Then I have reflectix, which is made for garage doors for insulation. So to help keep the air from going into the garages. Then, yes, I'm gonna need then I have this blanket that actually pulls. If it gets too cold, too hot, then I can pull it, and then I've just basically made myself or even a tighter cocoon. But since it's 75 and Kensley likes sleeping up there, even though she sleeps up there, if I find out that it's too cold, she comes over here. I move all this stuff up to the front. Anyway, we go up here. The floorboards were actually very cold. You probably could see it a little bit. I've got blankets here that coats everything. I've also got things down here on this floor, and we've got a whole big blanket that's around here, which is it's pretty thick. Then I got also reflectives there. Then this blanket right here is really to make sure I get all of this whole windshield is covered. It doesn't look pretty, but it still keeps us warm for a good while. And then I've got the pillows, which is thick, to block off the side windows on both sides. And then if you come over here, I have this main door. I've got a blanket, a curtain, and in between the curtain is the reflectix. So I just make sure that if I feel any air whatsoever, like I do feel a little bit of air here, but I can't close that one off because this actually goes back into the cat litter box. And then right here, I know that it looks like a mess. If I could turn around here, this is all my food, blankets, clothing, and it's jam-packed in there. And down here, this is all my pantry stuff. I think they're cougar. This all blocks. I don't feel any cold coming out because it's so tight in there. Then, of course, this is where the cats stay. And we've got reflectors in the back, reflectors over here, reflectix. I should try to say that better. And then let me put my light back up. And then, if you could see, I've got like woolly things. Oops. Let me see if I can get this to blur back in. Okay. And all the clothes right there, those are strategically put there because that was air coming through here and air coming through the side. Then I have not one, but I have a whole thick full of blankets and things like this. It's on my blanket, and then I've got the pillows because this is a little TV tray is what this is, and so you get a little bit of air. That's where all my snacks are, and I cover that down so that it's got a thick. I picked this up at the laundromat where they had it. It's a kids sleeping bag that I use it for back here to keep the cold out. Then if worse comes to worse, I've got beanies, and I've got scarves. I got everything that I need to do all of that. But even on the side door, I've got it to where it's stuffed down, and I feel no air whatsoever. Down between here is where I store all of the beans and dry goods and bags. But anyway, that should, and Fluffy is up here nice and warm. I want my friends not to worry about me, because I promise you, I'll call out if it gets, like freezing in here. But going into experiencing that negative 11 degrees in New Mexico last year, I kind of figured out like a system. It's the heat that's the hardest for me to try to bring down. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful good night, and please understand, I am 100% safe. So, as far as I should say, safe for this world. Anyway, love y'all, and you guys have a good night.